Imagine opening your lunch at work and getting hit with real steam, real aroma, and a meal that tastes like it just came off the stove, without fighting for a microwave or eating cold leftovers out of a plastic box. Today, that's exactly what these smart electric lunchboxes can do for you. In this video, we're ranking 7 of the best smart and electric lunchboxes after actually living with them in real everyday scenarios. Office days, commutes, and even long drives. Let's start. 7. DUPASU Electric Lunchbox. This is a 100-watt heated lunchbox with a generous 1.8-liter stainless steel container and an extra 0.45-liter salad box. On paper, that big capacity is awesome. You can pack a full portion of rice, veggies, and protein without feeling cramped. In day-to-day use, that extra room makes a real difference if you like full plates rather than diet portions. The stainless steel tray lifts out easily, and the included fork and spoon mean you don't have to remember utensils when you're rushing out the door. The heating performance is where this lunchbox feels very much like a workhorse. The 100-watt element brings food up to a hot, satisfying temperature in roughly 20 to 30 minutes, which is noticeably faster than a lot of 60-watt budget models. When you plug it in, right when you sit down to answer emails, by the time you're actually ready to eat, your meal is nicely heated through. It supports 110 to 230 volts for home or office, plus 12 volts and 24 volts for car and truck use, so it works just as well on a job site or road trip as it does at your desk. In real use, though, that speed comes with a trade-off. Because it's relying on straightforward conduction heating rather than any fancy smart control, the bottom of dense meals can get hotter than the top if you really pack it full. 6. Crock-Pot Portable Electric Lunchbox. This is a compact 20-ounce solution built around slow, gentle heating. This one has a very different personality compared to the DUPASU. It's more like having a mini slow cooker strictly for your lunch. The inner container lifts out so you can pack it at home, drop it into the heating base at work, and you're good to go. It's lightweight, easy to carry, and the design is genuinely cute enough that it doesn't look like a clunky appliance on your desk. Real-world heating is more low and slow than fast and furious. Users typically plug it in around 9:30 a.m., and by lunchtime, everything from soup to pasta is comfortably hot, but not boiling. That gentle heat is one of its strengths. Sauces don't split, cheese doesn't burn, and you can eat directly out of the crock without scalding your mouth. It's fantastic for teachers, office workers, and anyone who wants to plug in and forget it for a few hours. However, that same design exposes its limits once you compare it to the smarter boxes higher on this list. There's no battery, so you must stay tethered to an outlet the whole time it's heating. There's also no timer, no digital display, and no temperature control. You simply plug it in and wait. For many people, that simplicity is a plus, but if you've ever wished your lunch could be scheduled or heated on the go, it starts to feel old school. 5. ODSD Cordless Electric Lunchbox. The ODSD jumps into the cordless category with a hefty 16,000 mAh rechargeable battery built into the base. That battery gives you enough juice to fully heat meals multiple times without ever hunting for an outlet during your lunch break, and it even doubles as a power bank so you can top up your phone in a pinch. For commuters, field workers, or students stuck far from a kitchen, that flexibility is a game changer. Heating performance is impressive for a cordless unit. A 60-watt heating element and smart control give you adjustable temperature from about 149 degrees Fahrenheit to 194 degrees Fahrenheit, plus selectable heating times at 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60 minutes. In practice, this means you can tailor it, 20 minutes for pre-cooked leftovers that just need a warm-up, or 40 to 60 minutes for thicker meals you want piping hot. The delay timer, which can be set anywhere from 30 to 240 minutes, lets you schedule heating so your food finishes right around your actual lunchtime instead of you trying to guess when to plug it in. The physical design feels well thought out in everyday use. You get a removable stainless steel container, a leak-resistant lid with a sealing strip, and a hidden handle that makes it easy to carry without snagging on your bag. The control panel with a digital display is clear enough that adjusting time and temperature quickly becomes second nature. Number 4. TRAVELISIMO Electric Lunchbox. The TRAVELISIMO is a very practical 2-in-1 travel solution aimed at people who split their time between the office and the road. Instead of a battery, this one focuses on versatility with power. You get a 110-volt plug for standard outlets, plus 12-volt 24-volt adapters for car and truck use. In real life, that meant being able to warm a meal on a highway trip, then use the same unit on a desk at the destination, all with one familiar setup. Capacity is generous enough for a full meal, similar in spirit to the DUPASU, but TRAVELISIMO tends to feel a bit more streamlined thanks to its travel-oriented design and often comes with an insulated carry bag. That bag actually matters. It keeps everything together, protects the box in a backpack, and helps hold the heat during the warming cycle, especially in colder environments. Paired with the removable stainless steel container, it feels like a cohesive everyday carry system rather than just an appliance. Heating performance lands in the comfortable middle. It doesn't blast your food with extreme heat, but steadily brings it up to a nice temperature in a reasonable time frame. Because it's attached to car or wall power, you don't have to think about battery levels or charging cycles. Just plug in, wait, and eat. For road trip meals or truck drivers who want something simple that works on 12-volt and 24-volt systems, that predictability is a huge win. 3. MooManGoo Electric Lunchbox. The MooManGoo steps things up with true cordless freedom and a smart control interface. Inside is a large 16,000 mAh battery paired with a digital display that lets you choose heating or keep warm modes, adjust temperature, and set a timer. In hands-on use, that digital panel is exactly the kind of upgrade that makes these feel like real smart lunchboxes instead of just plugged-in containers. One standout feature is how it handles heat retention. When used in combination with its insulated carry bag, it can keep preheated food warm for up to around 20 hours, which is insane if you think about long shifts, delayed meal times, or travel days where your schedule keeps changing. If you put food in already hot, you can just leave it on warm and know it's still pleasant when you finally sit down. When you need to actually heat from cold, you can choose different temperature levels and time settings so your food doesn't overcook or dry out. The overall experience feels premium. The included bag, utensils, and the quality of the outer shell give it a higher-end vibe, and the interface is intuitive. Press and hold to power on, tap to toggle between heat and keep warm, adjust temperature, then set the timer. Watching your lunch slowly come up to temp with a clear readout is surprisingly satisfying, especially if you've ever over-microwaved leftovers. There are still practical considerations. That big battery adds weight, and although MooManGoo is portable, carrying it alongside a laptop and water bottle means you'll notice it. Number 2. East Oak Cordless Electric Lunchbox. The East Oak is a very polished cordless system that balances smart features, portability, and everyday practicality. It swaps the raw battery capacity race for a well-integrated 10,000 mAh battery and a 40-watt heating system, paired with intelligent heating modes so your food is ready when you are. In day-to-day use, that means it behaves more like an appliance and less like a gadget. You tell it what you want, it quietly handles the timing and heating. The design itself is impressive. You get a sleek main unit, removable stainless steel meal container, a leak-proof lid, removable divider, spoon, magnetic charging cable, and an insulated carry bag with an adjustable shoulder strap. That combination makes it genuinely easy to carry as part of your daily routine, and the removable parts being dishwasher safe keeps cleanup quick. The whole kit feels like something you'd willingly bring to the office every day rather than an emergency backup device. Functionally, it shines in its smart heating. Immediate heating mode lets you quickly start a session if you're already hungry, but you can also rely on its intelligent control to bring food up to temperature without babysitting it. The heating element can reach up to around 220 degrees Fahrenheit at the plate, giving you enough power to thoroughly warm a range of meals while the sealed container locks in moisture so things don't dry out. It's particularly good for rice dishes, stir-fries, and saucy meals that benefit from even, enclosed heating. Number 1. LunchEAZE Electric Lunchbox. The LunchEAZE model that feels the most set it and forget it and truly smart in everyday use. What sets LunchEAZE apart is its automatic heating system. You program your mealtime, and it starts heating your food about 1-2 hours beforehand, so it's ready exactly when you're hungry, with zero waiting. For anyone with a tight schedule or unpredictable breaks, this is transformational. You walk up to your lunch, and it's already perfectly hot. The system is fully cordless, powered by a rechargeable battery, which means you're never tethered to an outlet during your meal. Other electric lunchboxes might be cordless only during transport, but need to be plugged in to heat. LunchEAZE heats purely on its own power, so you can leave it in its insulated bag under a desk, in a locker, or beside you on a job site. That insulation is not just a carry accessory, it boosts heating efficiency and keeps your meal hot right through the last bite. Heat performance is top tier. The hot plate can reach around 220 degrees Fahrenheit, with most food climbing up to roughly 200 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on portion size and type. You can adjust the max temperature between about 107 degrees Fahrenheit and 220 degrees Fahrenheit, tailoring it to delicate foods that shouldn't overcook or heartier dishes that you want really steaming. Because the food container stays sealed during the process, moisture stays locked in, meals come out tender and juicy rather than dried out, even if they've been sitting for a couple of hours. Final thought. That's all for today, folks.